right? Stonewall Attack again against anything they play. Well, King's Indian Defense, we're going to play one of the two setups that I offered. Now it changed. It's looking more like a Grunfeld, but we got this covered. All right. All right, all right, all right. That's it. Nothing new. Now, let me go ahead and let me still play Queen F3. Nothing has changed. We still got the knight on E5. Let me go with G4. Just staying with the plans, the same plans with the same plans. All right, E6. I'm gonna ask you to leave anyways. They cannot go to E4, so I'm assuming you're gonna go back here. That's it. Expanding on the king side. Where are you going with that? I'm gonna take you. There's probably a better continuation than giving up my bishop, but now you took like that. If I play h6, that bishop is not gonna play ever. I don't think so. But at the same time, I wanna put pressure down the h file. So what's the right move? What's the right move? H6, the bishop is buried forever. They cannot play f6, so we just take back. So what's the move? Well, I could just go queen h3 and then try to bring the rook behind it. All right, let me not decide anything yet. Let me keep that flexibility. If they take, we take back. Okay, I wanted to do that anyways. Now I wonder if I should have just taken first. Well, bishop f5 was gonna come over. Okay. I mean, I'm up a pawn, so simplification makes a lot of sense, but is that what I really, really want? Well, let me, you know what? Let me go with that. Let me keep it simple. This bishop is not gonna play in a while. I know my bishop is not the best, but I see a way to improve it little by little. F5 is the main thing that I want to accomplish, either with my knight on d4 or my knight on h4. We'll see. All right, I think I'm fully developed. I don't care about that. I'm gonna take with the knight or the bishop. All of my pieces are active. Yeah. Yeah, f5 is happening no matter what. If they take, I want to keep the file locked, so that these rooks here make no sense right now. Let's see if we can get f5 going. That's it. I don't know what I'm gonna get with this, but it has to be good. It has to be good to have this. Now this knight, this is not the best square maybe, so maybe I play f6, knight f5. Or maybe knight g2, knight e3, too slow. This is tricky because I'm making it very difficult for me to continue to advance after, but I really like my knight f5. They're making progress on the queen side, and we gotta make progress somewhere else. There might be some ideas with e6 to clear the diagonal, things like that, but in the meantime, we just put pressure. Keep the file locked for those rooks. I think that you have played this first, eliminate the knight first. Too early. Cha, cha, cha. Might be too early. It might be too early. All right, I don't want to rush. I don't want to rush. This would be ideal. Yeah, maybe I made a silly mistake there. It is what it is. For all I know, I'm up on exchange, a clean exchange. So I just need to hold it. I don't need to get ahead of myself. Nothing silly. I don't want to get, for example, my king over here. Yeah, all right. And by the way, if I get to the back rank, that's mate. See, that would be something silly. Very, very silly. All right, I keep activating my king. Compared to their king, this has to be really good. All right, I just want to get to the back rank now. That's it. I don't think you have any more checks. And that's it. All right, very interesting. Again, this is a setup that I really want to stress. It seems like the white pieces have nothing very solid, and I'm not saying we have any advantage, but it's just a matter of being okay with these quiet positions. Fine, let's play chess. I improve my pieces. Queen f3, g4 is the same plan with the same plan, and then g5. Look at how much space we have on the king side. We get a break on h5. And play chess. Maybe we mess it up, we lose the game, fine, we review it. Next time we play something like this, we're better prepared. And that's how we master any opening. All right, let's see. I'm gonna play my last game. Chess.com is saying that they're gonna restart the server in 8 minutes. Hopefully we finish it before then. It's looking like the ideal setup. Well, more like a combo. All right. I don't need to do that. So let me go 95. See, I could play g4 still, but queen f3 first. Let me play queen f3. It doesn't hurt anyone. c4 might be interesting, but nah, let me do this. Same thing with the same thing. Okay, this guy went over here. My question is, what can I do about you? Okay, I'm gonna do this anyways because if you take me, I'm gonna take with the f pawn, and g5 is not hanging. All right. That's it. Look at that f file. I don't know if it's gonna lead to anything, but you gotta like that f file. This knight has nowhere to go. The bishop is very ugly. Can we convert? Let's see. And we got 6 minutes to convert because the server is going to is going to be reset. Yeah, that knight on h5 cannot be right. That was a good move, I guess. I guess that was a good move. That was a great move, actually. Ah, fork. Ah, this one hurt. This one hurt indeed. Simple as that. Simple as that. I was saying how easy to play with the 1500s. And man, that completely threw me off. That was a good one. That was a really good one. All right, we got no choice but to try to complicate the game. All right, you're not gonna play ever, so we could say this bishop they don't have it. This bishop they just don't have it. Yeah. Fair enough. Let's see if I can create something before they do. All right, just keeping the queen out of here. I'm sorry, 93, 94, knight f6. The dark squares are ours, so we gotta be able to create something. Yep, if they take, we take, and that's mate. If they go down here to be able to go queen f8, what are you gonna do now? Yep, I think there's nothing they could do to stop that pawn. All right, it looks like that plan against the Grunfeld, expanding on the king side, gaining territory, it looks like it's not that bad after all. All right, we got that one. Interesting game indeed. Silly mistakes, yes. Welcome to the club. It happens often, but we did not make the last mistake, and that's what matters. The last mistake is the one that costs the game. All right, once more, they went into this sort of fianchetto with d5, and then we just went with our queen f3, g4. Many people tell me queen f3, maybe it's not necessary. Fine, I like it. If you don't like it, you're okay. This is a system. Make it your own. Play it the way you like to play it. Knight h5 cannot be right. It just cannot be right. Let me see what the, yeah. So it's not like we're winning, but slightly better for white. Then here, I gotta say, even though there's a game in the course where I talked about this, not that I talked about it, but it was present, this idea. Actually, it was more like bishop c6, queen e8 to go to b5. I didn't see it coming. I was so focused on getting that. And fork, but again, h5, h6, at the very least, that bishop will never get out. So it's not so bad. All right, so I think we're ready to go to the next game. All right, so here we are at 1543, black pieces. We're doing the same thing with the same thing. Okay, a little bit different. Typically, the knight goes to c3. It looks like they just want to play something passive, or maybe they have no opening preparation. They just want to develop their pieces. Not a big deal. Of course, we can do that. Okay, let me play e5. Interesting idea. You should be familiar with it. If they had taken d takes e5, d takes e5, knight takes e5, we could always play knight takes e4, and the bishop gets activated. All right, they did this. Automatically, c5 becomes available for our knight, but I don't want them to kick me out ever. So I'm securing that b4 square. Then my knight is going to go to c5, either via a6 or via d7. I know knights don't like to go to the edge, but it's temporary. It comes with a tempo. Then bishop d7. They cannot play b4 right now because the rook is going to be hanging, right? So they got to do something about that. This move basically completes development. It's thematic in this opening, but also I'm getting ready to play a4, fixing this pawn in place. All right, knight h5. Not only do I want to go to f4, it's not defended that square, but f5, you know, it's part of it. Okay, they really don't like. That was a good move. I moved my knight from hitting e4. Now they're challenging me over here. Okay, couldn't care less, honestly. f5, that bishop is not bothering me anymore over here. Pawn structure in the center is aiming at the king side. Well, we play on the king side. Now f4, we keep it locked, and we're going to attack on the king side. Maybe g5, g4, we'll see. All right, they know this bishop is important for my attack. Let me just put it back here. I know it looks bad. It looks like I'm wasting a move with the back and forth, but look at that bishop of theirs. It went to d3 initially, then here, then back, then over here. And honestly, I should have traded, because then if they traded, it's like they wasted all of those moves. But I really want this attack to work. Now, one thing is, I can never, and this is something that I tell myself, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I tell myself, don't forget there's a bishop on a4, because I might easily end up blundering something. So help your memory with that. All right, g5, g4, just attack. Yeah, they know what they need to do as well. Let's see who makes contact first. And again, just being consistent with my pawn chain. Interesting. Rook lift, just like in the Stonewall Attack. Not the same opening, but just I cannot bring the rook to the open files that easily, so I bring it up, and then that's how we do it. Okay, how bad could this be? Rook h6? No, it could be bad. Yeah. What if I go here? You take, check. No, actually, if I go here and you take, check. Maybe I'm not calculating this properly, but I think I also have no choice. I have to be energetic. If I give them an edge, they're going to try to complicate the game over here. Well, at the very least, I got to draw back and forth. But what if I bring the knight in? Or even knight f6? For all I know, I have too many pieces around that king. Oh, now you're running. Check, nope. This cannot be good for you. Rook takes, pawn takes, knight takes, check. Check, you go away. What to take with? Let's see. Let's see if we can get to that king. They have to run. This is a protected pass pawn, however you put it. We have the queen and the rook around that king. Okay. Yeah, too much pressure. Now, simplification, they might drop the queen. Yeah, under time pressure, those mistakes happen. I've done it myself many times. All right, now let me take a quick look because this was a very interesting game. I probably messed it up. Let me see. So yeah, again, e5. If they had taken, we take, they take, then we got 94. And assuming they take, well, here I will do the in-between move and then I collect 25. But the point is, that pawn seems like it's free, but it's not. I'm sorry, it's not, because we always have that discovery attack on the knight. Okay, so we're playing what we know, nothing crazy here. F5, F4, bishop C8, not that crazy. Okay, Queen H4 was not the best. Apparently, just bringing the bishop back was better. Yeah, this is a very important bishop when you attack like this. Rook F6, I was so proud of my move. Yeah, F3 right away. Of course. That's just a pretty basic way to open up the white king. Come on, we know better than that. Okay, notice that even though bishop H3 is not the best move, is not as accurate, it's still better for black. We're winning by 1.94. Check, check. And then knight F6, come on. Apparently knight G3 was a better move. Even rook G4. Wow. What are you giving here? Check, they go away. And then bishop F6. Yeah, it's just too much. It is just too much. It is just too much. All right, I'm going to leave it here and we go to the next one. All right, black pieces it is. Are you going to go knight F3? Yeah. All right, so now I'm getting ready for the central fork and they let me do it, so I'm going to take. And now they should try to preserve the bishop. They couldn't care less. Now, I like Queen H5, but reviewing this line, actually, I think Roberto, he told me, oh, I've been reviewing that line and Queen C4 is recommended, so I put it in here. Undermining the defender of D4, why not? Maybe knight C6 was better. We could do it after anyways. Oof, I just realized this bishop is hanging, so maybe C5 was better. All right, everything around the central pawns, hyper modern approach. All right, not as good as I thought it would be. They could take because they're hitting my queen. So Roberto, I hate this Queen C4. It's perfect for them to put pressure over here. All right, I'm gonna take. And now I just need my queen to come over and help with that checkmate. I don't think this is what I want. Right, I know they're attacking the bishop, but this comes with a tempo. I mean, with the bad pawn structure that they have, being up a pawn in this position, I would trade queens, but that king is too bad here. And even if they take, I take back. There are still very good attacking chances. Imagine my queen here, even bishop e5 might be a potential attacking move. Nope. How about this? Nope. I'm pretty sure there were way better moves, but there you go. Just trying to get to the 7th rank, so now they have to decide. Okay, now we're up a couple pawns, and this is something else that I always tell you. I'm attacking, putting pressure, trying to checkmate, but if they give me a few pawns to stop me from checkmating them, that's good enough for me to get to a winning endgame. All right, this cannot be right. It should be just taking here. Let me see. There has to be a tactic. I could just do this, but what if I take, you take, check? I don't think I need that in my life. There's maybe something better, but I'm attacking here. I could even do this next. Always careful with the checks. Check, check, check. Right, I already looked at this check, but once I go up here, they have no more checks. They just have no more checks. Okay, this is coming along with so many other things. Yeah. Still, you have no checks. There we go. We were able to exploit the exposed king, even from move. What was that? When was that? Okay, right here. The moment we provoked that position, that's it. That was the end of it. We're playing finally as the white pieces. Now c5 is something you're not gonna get a lot. We're playing a 1600, so we start to see different things. We're keeping it very simple in the course. If they do that, just take it. We just want simple. Now bishop e3 with a tempo. And e4 is very important because it also controls d5. They don't get to play d5. That's going to be a weak pawn for forever. Backward pawn at least. That's it. Now we play chess. All right, we're very ahead in development. This usually leads to very nice tactics. But how? All right, if you develop, this is going back to the basics. You develop your pieces, you castle, your opponent hasn't done that, well, you gotta attack. You wanna develop your pieces quickly to be able to attack. Now, too many weaknesses on the dark squares. I was going for this, but I think the queen is trapped. That's it. That's it. Simplification. Do I want that pawn? Maybe not. Yeah, just trying to checkmate the king. If they go something like B, let's see if we can finish this quickly. Let's see. All right. I'm attacking f6, so most likely, yeah, they're gonna play something like that. How much do we care? Unnecessary. It's just that I'm winning by so much. I just want to simplify this quickly. Now they could play bishop f8. Make no mistake. Ooh. Hmm. I did not see it. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? But again, you see, we're winning by so much that even if we sacked that for no reason, we still got that queen. No, I don't need that. The plan is simple. See if I can incorporate the rook as well. Yeah, too much. This is a 1620. Yeah, that's it. All right, counter. No, Stonewall Attack. Okay, e4, Austrian attack against the Pirc defense. Yeah, here we said we would take. And then I like the idea of playing d5. I got the semi-open file from when I castle. Yeah, that cannot be right. It cannot be right. He was attacking d5 twice and c5. So I had to do this. Then this should do it. Or queen c2 or b4. Let me go with queen c2. I defend. Bishop e3 seems more natural, but knight g4 was going to be uncomfortable. Of course. All right, if knight g4, we go bishop g5. f6, I like my potential down this diagonal. What am I doing? What am I doing? I dropped the pawn. That was just take, even with check. That was the end of it. Oh man. That's why we're not going to get out of 1500. It's not going to happen. All right, they went back. How about b4 now? I don't want to play rook c1. As ugly as it is, I think it's the only thing we have. Yeah, from time to time we get one of these positions where, and again, it's not like we're losing. It's not what we wanted. It's not what we signed up for. But we just play chess. Keep it cool. Develop your pieces. Things that we already know. Now this night I wanted to go here, but same annoying pawn. Cha 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 cha. They could do en passant. I remember once I pre-moved an en passant like that, and then they didn't do en passant, so they took me. All right, it looks like we're gonna keep that pawn there, so we forget about that forever. Okay, let me play 3. I don't have to worry about my weak pawn anymore, and then my knight has it very easy to get to d6. Yeah, careful with this. I want to go here, put pressure on this, but e4 is going to be hanging. If I go to e3, knight g4, just go back. Yeah, now with a superior pawn structure, this is weak, we should be able to win this rather easily, but let's see. And I can always bring my rook back to the f-file, especially with a knight on d6, 100%. All right. I take, you take, I take. I wanted to take here, eliminate the defender, but when I take, they had knight d3 with a fork. Yeah, I'm still threatening that anyways. G3 cannot be that bad. All right, now you went back. Not that I want that pawn so much. I really want to double up. Once I double up, I could even have tactics by taking on e5 and things like that. Even knight b6. Yeah, that's it. Active pieces. We went from a position that we didn't like that much to following the basic principles that we know, getting a superior position. And when your pieces are active like that happened right now, tactics are going to be in the air. I could play knight a5. This is falling anyways, but let's go. Tactics, tactics, tactics. Don't tell me. I accounted for these, but not. Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I thought they had queen b2 for some reason. How bad could that be? Famous last words. Takes, takes. I think I'm fine. I don't have to do this, but simplicity at the end of the day. Yeah, this is gonna be my win. Yeah, my king is two active now. Their king is passive, mine is active. All right, we got that one. White pieces. Stonewall Attack. Let's go. If they play d5, this is the ideal setup. That's it. The knight, we know it belongs on e5. Now queen f3, g4. Remember, you could play rook f3, you could play g4. Have fun. Have fun. Yeah, everyone plays that. Not a big deal. You always have these ideas of a4 when the pawn takes or leaves. You could take on c4 and collect, but I'm going to focus on g4, g5, exactly as we learned it in the course. If you move back, I was going to just sacrifice. That's it. Up a pawn, up a pawn. If they had gone back, bishop h7. I was not even going to calculate. With this line, I'm up a pawn. I just need to keep it simple. Still, I could do my rook lift. All right, I cannot take here because I dropped the pawn. So I'm going to take with the d pawn. I got to say, this is very interesting. I could go queen f3 to play this, or queen c6. Now we're winning by 2 pawns. This one is falling. It's a powerful knight. I cannot say it's not. Ooh, and now they gave me the powerful knight for the worst bishop on the planet. I guess they wanted this. Three pawns. They're going to take one. That's okay. So we're still winning by 2 pawns. Now, which one do they want? The bad pawn that is doubled. I guess because it comes with check. They have no more check. That's important. Simplification. If we trade queens, that's the end. There's no danger on my king. We walk into an endgame that it should be easy. We're winning by a lot. I mean, a couple pawns. Claiming the open file. They cannot even go to d8 now. I gotta be careful not to do something silly. Ooh. Opening up lines. All of a sudden, we got a file here for the rooks. If they do this, I'm still gonna give my queen for the 2 rooks. It has to be better. It has to be better. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but they might just drop the queen. But even if they don't, I have my pieces are so much more active. Rooks on the 7th rank. Sacrificing pawns just to activate the rooks, just to connect the rooks. Yeah, rooks on the 7th rank. This is too much. Threatening checkmate, threatening the pawn. What to do, what to do. Fair enough. Just gotta be energetic. Active, active, active. I don't want this check, and then I have to block with the rook and give it up. I gotta say, I did not see that one coming. I was thinking of just going here, and then if f4 I take. But they have these annoying checks. I did this move because now with this check I can go up, and they don't have any more checks. Yeah. Just to avoid the perpetual check. Okay, there's nothing here for nothing for you to be concerned about. I could I was gonna say I could always go behind double up on the pawn, and I got checkmated myself. It happens. It happens. Looking for the checkmate, avoiding the draw, and we got in trouble. All right. B4. What's that about? What's that about? It happens. It happens. That sound. It brings so many memories. All right. E5. They did not claim the center. Not a big deal. Okay, let's take. That bishop, notice how the bishop moved a few times. B2 and then D4 and then C3 and then G7. It cannot be right. Of course, I checked. I looked for these checks, but it doesn't matter. The knight is controlling it. Yeah, I think they're not going to castle. Yeah, they want to run. Pinned. Pinned. I can't. All right. That's fair. That is fair. Gotta go back. All right, once more, we're getting into a very quiet position. Now we gotta improve, try to improve from here, little by little. Always looking into this move that seems counterintuitive, but we never know. Be careful not to give him the diagonal, because that could be the end of it. Now I'm hitting that knight twice. This pawn is also a target. I could even think of b5 just to break them apart. Not sure if that's what I want to do right now, but it's a possibility. Where are you going with that? Check. It's nothing. Just cutting off that king. I don't want to do check and then they hide. Cutting off that king. This is coming. Not sure what they're going to do. They could do queen b2 check, but we just go back. Yeah, it cannot be right. It just cannot be right. Yeah, 94, we take it because the pawn is pinned. It just cannot be right. Active pieces, tactics in the air. Yeah, they gotta give us something. Fair enough. Yeah, now they gotta trade queens. Otherwise, this falls. And now we're up a bishop. Now we're up a bishop. I don't want to give him anything. That's it. White pieces. Let's do it. Ooh, the dodge. Let's do it. All right. Remember, it's not so much about the pawn, but about developing quickly and trying to get to that king. Lately, when they have played this, d5 is their continuation, which is the worst move. Right, with g6, in the course we talked about h4, h5. That's it. That king is already going to be under a lot of pressure. Now, in the course, I said you could do this, but even stronger, bishop c4, and there's nothing they could do to stop queen h5 now. All right, straight out of First Strike, new chessable course with the Stonewall. Very exciting lines against the Dutch, against many other setups that the black pieces could adapt. And we're very close to getting to 1600. We started this speed run at 600. We're going to keep on going to 22, 23 plus, 2300 plus, using both chessable courses, one for white, and then for black, we have a counter blow with the Pirc defense, King's Indian defense. So far, straight out of the chessable course. Hmm. What to do? What to do? Knight or bishop? Let me go with the bishop. This cannot be good. It just cannot be good. Hmm. If I'm attacking, of course, I don't want to trade queens. Check. There has to be something here. There has to be something here. All right, there's a pin. There's so many pieces attacking that king that I have to have something. I'm defending the knight, so the king cannot take it. I'm guessing e5 might be in the air, but then check. They cannot take because it's pinned, and if they take with the knight, there has to be something. There has to be something. Only move. I mean, at the very least, I got bishop e6, takes, and then discovery. But let's look for the better moves. There has to be mate. Now, it could be with the bishop, or I think with the pawn as well. All right, let's do it just to incorporate more pieces. This has to be checkmate. I don't think I'm missing anything. That's it. Oof. All right, that was a very nice one. Let me take a quick look just to double check that, well, to brag about the brilliant move. Straight out of counter blow, and that's it. Okay, taking with the knight, definitely. 94, castle, check, check. Come on, don't take this away from me. 94 was better. And yeah, that's it. That's it. All right, so we made it to 1598. If we win the next one, then we hit 1600. Black pieces, counter blow. All right, aggressive. You could always play h5, but right now it means nothing to me. Now they go h5 and rook takes and they checkmate us like we just did. Yeah. Knight c6, I don't care about d5. I could take and then 95. I like that idea. If they take, I think we take. They take, we get the queen. So we should be okay. Yeah, that was an interesting idea. If I go 95, f4. I mean, we can always go back. We can always go back. For all we know, they got doubled pawns, isolated. Now, this is interesting. If f3, then what? 93. I know that I'm moving my knight around a lot, but they are moving pawns. It's not like they're developing pieces and castling in the meantime. They're just moving pawns, creating more weaknesses. Let's see how we go about this. C6, I think, has to be played. I need to find a way to create counterplay. I think that's a free pawn. All right, this time I'm going to go to g4 because we don't have f3 anymore. Now, I would dare to take with the bishop and take, queen takes. How much do I care about that? I could always take with the knight, but in between moves. I don't have to take right away. I could have probably, but I like the idea of them not castling. All right. Now they cannot take on e6. This is hanging. I hope I'm not blundering anything. If they take, I take, and then I take back. I'm winning by 2 pawns. I'm happy to go into the end game. I still can castle queenside or kingside. I could still castle. They cannot castle, so. Come on. All right, I cannot castle. I cannot castle anymore. How much do I care about that pawn? How much do I care about that pawn, my friend? I'm visualizing something. What? I was visualizing something like they took, and then I take, queen takes, pawn takes, 2 connected past pawns. Yada, 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 yada. Okay, I don't see any problem with this. They cannot play rook e1. If they take, well, they could take. That's what you wanted. I was about to do this. I was so close to doing that. This is hanging. I don't think they have any powerful discovery on my queen, but I do have to be careful. There's this idea of taking, and then lifting with check, but they just don't have that. All right, rook on the 7th rank. I think queen d4 is the better you could do to avoid checkmate, but then this is coming. There's that one too. This might be even better, but oh, I blundered. I blundered. Wanted to be fancy. I just had to do the discovery. Now I cannot do it because my rook is hanging. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. So bad. That's what happens when you get too fancy. Yeah, now I don't get checkmated. Not like that. Hmm. That's it. That's it. Let's show some respect. Yeah. All right, let's show some respect. Come on, am I gonna win this? Am I gonna get to 1600? All right, the struggle is real. It's always like that when you're gonna get closer to a new goal. All right, taking longer than it should have. All right, classical. Let's keep it calm and let's not let that loss affect us. If they take nope. Okay, so we just castle. Now there's an idea here, which is I like the idea of knight b to d7 challenging the knight, but I remember many times reviewing the games afterwards that the computer recommends knight f to d7. I don't think I care about bishop e7 because we can always pin it. What can I say? What can I say? Cheap trick alert. Cheap trick alert. Interesting. They gotta play bishop f3. If I take, they could play rook b1 and then collect on b7. Okay, they couldn't care less. I really don't think they have anything. If they had the queen, it's a different story, but they might prove us wrong. Let's see. Let's see. What to do? What to do? Bishop f2, followed by rook takes d2. All right, let's see if we can play a better rook endgame this time. I mean, it's gonna be 3 extra pawns. It has to be already too much, but I was gonna get the pawn, but there might be checkmate here somewhere, somehow. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take it like those losses we had today were for me to be able to finish, to get to 1600 with the Stonewall Attack. We got to 1599, bishop f5, interesting line. We're playing a 1668. We really like our light square bishop on d3, but we like our pawn on d3 just as much. This knight is never gonna come over. I could play f4, but I'm gonna keep it simple. And now, not only am I keeping their knight away from the center, but it could help me build a very strong center. That's it. They solved my problem. 2 healthy pawns in the center, fork threat in the air. Now I just need to develop my bishop next. Queen b3 is thematic when we play these positions. Straight out of the Stonewall Attack course. Queen b3 first, maybe. I think they're gonna have to castle kingside, and this is not gonna be cool. Not very cool. How bad could d5 be, huh? The king is in the center. We open lines towards their king. Okay. Maybe opening up the f-file was better. They're not gonna castle. They're not gonna castle. Maybe all they want is to castle queenside. I don't think so. E5, 95, 94 has to be good, and then 96, but this followed by rook. All right, let me play e5. A little bit absurd because I'm allowing the knight to jump to d5, but I gotta go after that king. Queen d6 is always in the air. Queen e7, maybe if the knight doesn't go to d5. There's g4, but I don't think they care about that. They shouldn't care about that. Yeah, they just want to simplify, nothing more. I don't want to. Now, they're welcome to take this pawn on b2. They open up files towards their king. Opposite side castled kings means we gotta attack that king with everything we've got. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. Okay, come on. Come on. I don't want to be pushing too much and then getting in trouble, but I just cannot trade queens. I already got an open file. I got a knight on d6. These are very good elements for a strong attack. Now, can I convert? That's a different story. Again, let them get the pawn if that's what they want. Okay, there has to be something. Pin, 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 pin. Ah, yeah. Can I do this? Nope. Okay, happy to get the 2 knights for 1 rook. And they cannot lift it. That's it. All right, I think in this position we're winning by 1.8, 1.7. There's a lot of chess to be played, but we definitely have the better disposition to attack their king. All right, this one, I think it was a little bit tough. Well, this one was definitely tougher than getting from 1400 to 1500, but we made it, and now we still have to get to 1700 and all the way up. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or anything, and I'll see you next time.